The New York Giants travel to Baltimore to take on the Ravens on Sunday, and even though both these teams still have winning records, these two teams have been struggling a little bit. And for the Giants, this is a must-win game if they want to make the playoffs. Baltimore has clinched a postseason berth, but they've lost 3 straight games, and if they lose this game, then they'll have to beat Cincinnati next week to win the AFC North. The Giants are currently installed as a 1-point favorite here on BETDAQ, and I do lean towards New York in this game. I'll just go ahead and say that. I believe Baltimore is just not a very good team right now. I know they have a nice-looking record at 9-5. Their defense has really been bad all season. I know they've been ravaged by injuries, but they're 26th in the NFL in total defense right now. Throughout the first half of the year, their offense was playing well and really was able to prop up that defense, but the offense has really fallen off here over the last month and a half or so. Joe Flacco not playing real good football right now. Cam Cameron, their offensive coordinator, was fired a couple of weeks ago, and Jim Caldwell's first game calling plays did not go too well last week against Denver. They had to tack on a couple of garbage time touchdowns there just to not make that final score look embarrassing. Baltimore currently 21st in the NFL in total offense. We mentioned to go along with their 26th ranked total defense. So just an all-around average team right now. I think the Baltimore Ravens, even though their record at 9-5 looks a little better than average. The Giants, they're the Giants. They've been up and down. The same team they were last year. Remember, they were 7-7 last year before they took off and ended up winning the Super Bowl. And you look at their last 4 games. Last week they were blown out 34-0 by the Atlanta Falcons. Week before that, they blew out the New Orleans Saints. Week before that, they lost to the Redskins. Week before that, they beat the Green Bay Packers by 28 points. So you just never really know what you're going to get with this team. The defense has been consistently underwhelming this year. They have still been playing well on offense, with the exception of last week, of course, when they were blanked by the Atlanta Falcons. But the Giants have been a top 10 offense all year, currently 10th in total offense, 6th in points scored. We know that Eli Manning and that passing attack, Victor Cruz and Hakeem Nicks, those wide receivers, that is the strength of this offense. It's really developed into the strength over the last couple of years. Remember, a couple of years ago, the Giants were more of a run-first offense behind Ahmad Bradshaw and Brandon Jacobs when Jacobs was here. But Manning has become the strength of this offense, and I do expect him to have success on Sunday against a vulnerable Baltimore Ravens defense. One thing I will say, though, when you look back at the Giants' last few performances, the losses have been on the road. They've lost their last 3 road games. 2 of those have been in blowout fashion. We mentioned last week their 34-0 loss to the Atlanta Falcons. They lost to the Redskins on the road 3 weeks ago, and 2 weeks before that, they were blown out by the Cincinnati Bengals. So the Giants have not been good at all on the road recently, but I think that's more of an anomaly than anything. Like I said, the Giants are sort of an inconsistent team. They're good when they want to be good. They've shown that, and they better be good this week because they're tied with Washington and Dallas for first place in the NFC East at 8-6. Washington has them on the tiebreaker. If the season ended today, Washington would be in the playoffs, and Washington would win the division, and the Giants would miss the playoffs. But the Giants, if they can just win their last 2 games, they will lock up a playoff berth, and I think they're going to get one of those wins on Sunday in Baltimore. I do like the Giants here, -1.